everyone. I do hope you're having a good day. Welcome to Leadership 101. I'd like to provide you with training, but first, just a reminder to please subscribe. Please share this video with whoever you think needs to hear it. Like, comment. I would love to hear from you. So the leadership principle we're going to be talking about today is leading by example. It is highly important that if you are a leader out there, that you are intentional about leading by example. Some leaders use the approach of do as I say, but not as I do, but that is not the mindset that you must subscribe to as a great leader. If you're aspiring to become a great leader, then it is important that you lead by example. There is a well-known saying that children do not just listen to what their parents say, but they actually watch what their parents do. So if you're a parent, for instance, and you tell your child, don't smoke, smoking is bad for you, smoking kills, but on a regular basis, that child watches you smoke, then you can be sure that that child will grow up to become a smoker themselves, unless, of course, they make an intentional decision within themselves not to go down the path of their parents. The same thing applies in corporate organizations. Your constituents are watching what you are saying. They're watching rather what you're doing rather than what you're just saying. I was talking to a CEO a couple of months ago, and he was expressing his concerns about the fact that he was very much aware that the constituents in his organization would only act in a certain way within company guidelines when they knew that he was going to be around. Clearly, the issue there is a culture issue. If further investigations were to be conducted, I can almost guarantee you that the constituents are acting in that way because top leaders within that organization are doing exactly the same thing. So once the constituents know that their top leaders behave in a certain way, guess what they're going to copy? They're going to copy the same behavior. So if you're trying to change your culture, then the best way to start changing the culture in your organization is to lead by example. There are various things to take into consideration when leading by example. Number one, authenticity. You must be authentic. If your constituents feel that whatever it is, whatever behavior that is being displayed in front of them, if they feel that it's inauthentic, if they feel that it's a publicity stunt or a fad that will only last for a limited amount of time, they will not buy in and there will be no change in behavior. So it has to be an authentic and a genuine change, an authentic and a genuine example for them to actually buy into what you're trying to show them. Another thing to be aware of is that you must have buy-in from your top leaders. When you have buy-in from your top leaders, it makes it easier because then they are displaying the same behavior as you are at the top. And when the top leaders are displaying the same behavior, then the constituents have more than one example to look up to and to say, okay, this is what we do in this organization, so I might as well follow suit or leave. So they have that choice to make. Another important element of leading by example is to start small. Some organizations fail in changing culture because they're trying to do too much. So instead of trying to implement 15 different cultural changes within your organization, what about if you start with just one or two and apply those consistently? When you see that there has been a change in the culture of the organization in those two areas, then you can go on and deal with something else within the organization that you would like to see a change in. Okay, so it's a gradual process, it's a gradual effort. Let me just make sure I haven't forgotten anything. And the fourth and final thing is to be intentional in providing examples to your constituents. It's not going to happen accidentally, but if you are intentional, so when you do something, you're doing it because you want them to see what you're doing and to see how you're doing it and to be aware of why you were doing it. So just providing them with examples is not good enough. You should be able to expand on the rationale behind the behavior that you would like them to actually copy, so that when they're doing it, they're not doing it as robots, but there's an understanding behind why that behavior is more acceptable than a previous type of behavior which was being displayed in that organization. These are my tips for you. Please feel free to share this video with whoever you think needs to hear it. Until next time, from my heart to yours, do take it easy. Bye.